Alright, so this course today is going to show you how to access the new cohort that Jacob has put you in through Blackboard. And since I wasn't able to join you today in your office, I'd like to create this simple how-to video so that it can walk you through the steps and where to begin with this cohort. So first we're going to start by accessing our Firefox internet browser. And we're going to log into Blackboard. So I've already pre-logged into Blackboard, so we can begin this video pretty easily. Now, when you come over here to your My Courses tab, you see the Delta Center Online Training. And below that, you have these template courses that Jacob has built for you or put you in as an instructor. This course right here is a blank course for you to work in. This course is for the cohort to work in. The people that are involved in the same course that you are, and this kind of shows you some different templates that have already been created, and I'll walk through that with you in just a minute. But first we're going to begin with this Blackboard Learn Communication Cohort 7. You've already completed the Blackboard Learn course building course. That's the course that you just finished. Now we're going to click on this Blackboard Learn Communication Cohort. Now I already have that open, so I'm going to click up here. And this is what the course looks like when you first get into it. So now we're going to begin by clicking Start Here. And we're going to see that it says after completing the Start Here module, you'll be able to describe the course goals and structure, explain the purpose of the development course and practice course, identify requirements for successful course completion, and navigate through the remaining course modules. So review the module content and then go to module activities. The module content will open a new window and close the window or tab to return to this course content area. So we're going to begin first by clicking on this module content. So this module content guides you through the content so that you can complete these activities. So we begin by saying in this module you'll become familiar with how this course is organized and what you'll learn in subsequent modules. We will review the course requirements and provide an overview of the topics and activities that make up each module. So then I'm going to click on what you will learn. Now Jacob goes through these things with you. I would read through thoroughly from this content so that you can understand how this course works, what are the rules of the road for this in this course, and then we wrap it up and we understand where do we start next. So return to the Start Here content area by closing this current window. Now you don't have to close the internet browser. Don't click that big X over here. And I'm on a Mac, so it looks a little bit different. But don't exit out of your browser. Just come up here to this tab where it has the X next to it, where it says Close tab, and we're going to close that. So it leads us back to this Start Here tab. So now we're going to go to Module Activities. So our first assignment is view and edit your notification settings. So each night at 9 p.m., Blackboard generates an email that sends to your students. This email contains a list of current activity in your courses, from notifications about new announcements, discussion posts, and content reminders about due dates and grade assignments submitted. And this email lets you and your students know what's going on in Blackboard. So click the assignment, and we're going to come down here. So this is what I'm reading currently. Click Assignment, View and Edit Your Notifications title above, and visit the notification settings in your course. You don't have to make a change. We just want you to know how to should this arise. So we're going to click on this. Now this gives you a basis of how to edit your notification settings. So as Jacob has included these arrows next to the places that you would click to edit these notification settings to change them. So I'm going to click back here to this breadcrumb that says Module Activities. The breadcrumb are these items that are clickable that leads you back to the area that you have just clicked on. Okay, so we're going to start here, All About You. So this is the first actual activity that you will complete in this Blackboard Learning Communication cohort. We'll begin our course with an icebreaker or get to know you activity, just as you've done in the course building where we did the introduction about yourself as the instructor. You told the students about your car, kind of that icebreaker. That's what's known as an icebreaker. So use your name as the title, then write a short autobiography for introduction. All course members can read your entry in a public journal, but make no comments. So your facilitator can comment on both private and public journals. So that just means that as the instructor in a public journal, all members of that course can view them, but they can't make comments. Only the facilitator, which means the instructor, can comment on both private and public journals. So this is the information that Jacob would like you to include. Where are you from? What is your professional background? Where do you work? Do you have any experience teaching or learning online? What type of technology do you use in your classroom? And what did you elect to take this course? Or why did you elect to take this course? And what do you hope to learn from this course? If possible, I'm reading down here, if possible, attach a photograph using the attach image function in the text editor so that the image appears embedded in your entry. So to begin, getting tongue-tied here, click the Start Here All About You title above. So we're going to click that, and we are going to create journal entry. Now these are the questions that you need to answer. Now I'm going to right-click, use your mouse to right-click, and I'm going to open this link in a new tab so that while I'm typing in this create journal entry, when I create a new one, I can go back to this tab over here and I can view these questions. So now I'm going to click on the tab that I have opened. Now this is where I would begin, and you will type Christopher Nelson, and you'll begin by answering these questions. Now you can number them, and you can start that way, or you can just add in the content. So I'm going to click back on the tab that has the questions. So where are you from? So you've already said your name up there. You don't have to include that. I'm from China. Number 2. What's the number 2 question? What is your professional background? So begin by answering those questions. Now once you're done, you post the entry. And I'm going to go back to this tab real quick to show you. Your entry will populate here, so you'll be able to see that. So now that's your first activity. Now I'm going to click out of this so we can go back to the Start Here All About You. Now I'm going to click on Module Activities so we can go back here. So the next thing, after you've completed your Start Here Module Activities, I'm going to click back on this Start Here Content area. Now we've already done the module activities. Now Jacob tells you right here what's next. Good job on a great start. You should have a firm understanding of how this course will operate. Remember, if you have any questions, to refer to the virtual office. Now this is the virtual office up here. The virtual office is a link to add questions to. So I'm going to open a new tab so we don't lose. Remember to right click if you'd like to open a new tab. Again, don't click out of the browser itself. We just want to open a new tab. I'm going to click up here. Now this virtual office, you can see that it has Jacob's instructor information, his email, his phone, and his Twitter handle if you'd like to use that, and this virtual office post your questions here. So when I click on this virtual office post your questions here, it's a discussion board, which allows you to create a thread, and ask any questions that you may have. Now, this discussion board is completely public and can be commented on by the instructor as well as the enrolled students. So if you don't want anyone to see that other than your instructor, Jacob, then I would suggest to email him privately. I'm going to exit out of this so we can return to the Start Here page. All right, so now what's next? Click on the title above to move on to Module 1. So I'm going to click on What's Next, and it's going to lead us to Module 1, which is the content that is over here. He just created a direct link so that it's easy to move on. So once you've created the blog entry for your icebreaker with answering those questions like I showed, then you're going to come in here into Module Content. And when you click on Module Content, this is an overview of communication. Now read thoroughly through this. This will help you understand how to communicate effectively in an online course. Jacob's done a great job of including this information, and I'm going to skip down to wrap up so we know where to go next. So what's next? Return to Module 1 content area by closing this current window. Now again, don't exit out of your browser. We are going to close this tab. Then select the Module Activities folder to access the activities. So this is the Module Content tab. We're going to close this, and this leads us back to this Module 1 area, and we're going to click on Module Activities. So then you first begin by clicking on this link to access the survey. Now you can come back to this if you'd like. You don't have to do that right now. Now we are going to begin by clicking on this course blog, importance of interaction, this assignment. So you just complete all these module activities in Module 1. I would suggest that in this cohort, do not jump around from module to module. Complete one module, move on to the next. All right? So that's what you'll begin by doing today. And if you have any questions, email me, give me a call at 936-202-5037. I'm in the Woodlands today. If you have any questions, again, just let me know, and I hope this helps.